Hi, welcome back to Chef Gio's Kitchen. We're in the last phase of the GateauStHonore. We're preparing the pastry cream. After the pastry cream, we'll fill the GateauStHonore, and then the only step left is to decorate and garnish the gâteau. So, pastry cream. We have our ingredients for pastry cream here. We have sugar, which is in 2 portions, because one portion will go with the milk, and the other portion will go in with the liaison. We also have our egg products, egg yolks and whole eggs, which we will add to the liaison. So let me get the sugar and the milk boiling, because it's a double boil technique. We boil the milk and then we boil with the liaison. So I'll get my pot. I will add my milk to the pot. I will add my first portion of sugar. I want to blend this in nicely, and I will continually stir this as it comes to a boil so the sugar doesn't settle to the bottom and burn. I'll put this on the stove. And wait for that to come to a boil. In the meantime, my liaison, I will take my second portion of sugar, add it to my cornstarch, which is the thickening agent, and blend this in, the sugar and the cornstarch, very well. This is key to avoiding lumps as you're doing this. So my next step is to add a little bit of the egg, a little bit, because I want to make a thick paste before I do anything. That's critical, making the thick paste to avoid lumps. Add a little more egg. It may seem thick, but it has to be thick so you avoid the lumping. Here we go. Get it blended in very well. Now I can add some more of my egg. Not quite all of it. Blend it in. So this is similar to what we do in culinary class, where we make a liaison, which is a thickening agent for sauces. We do it pretty much the same way with eggs and starch or flour. And my final egg and my liaison will be ready. And the only thing I have to do is wait for the milk to come to a boil. I will temper my liaison, which means put a little bit of hot milk in here, and then return it to the pot and bring it to a boil. The double boil technique. And we just have to wait now for the milk to come to a boil. Okay, we'll be back in a second. So the milk has come to a boil, and I'm going to temper my liaison right here. I'm tempering my liaison. I'm going to stir it up a little bit. bring my milk back up to a simmer. Go. The milk is starting to simmer. I'm going to lower the heat a little bit and pour my liaison in and begin to stir this into the mix, making sure that I'm stirring around the entire pot, getting into the edges of the pot. And when this comes to a second boil, it should be finished. And it's starting to thicken up, as you can see. This is good. And I have to make sure this comes to a second boil in order to cook the starch. Get all around the pot. It's starting to boil. I'm going to cook it a little bit more. I think it's just about cooked, and we're finished, and all we have to do is pour this into a pot and cool it down. Everybody, we're getting into the last stages of this, and you've seen from the previous material we have our pastry cream mixed up with our Nutella. 100% tutti biaggi Nutella. In any event, we don't have hazelnut paste, so I had to use the Nutella, which does have a hazelnut component as well as a chocolate component. Still tasty. So I'm filling my profiteroles and I'm filling my GateauStHonore. So I poked holes in the pot of choux with my steel, so I have an opening in which to fill these. So I'm going to just fill the cream puff until I feel it expand. That means it has a lot of cream in it. I just squeeze and fill it. Squeeze and fill them. Now remember, these are being filled from the top. Usually they're filled from the bottom, but it's the bottom side which will be displayed in the final product. Now I'm filling the ring, and as you can see, I've already poked some holes and started filling my ring. Now the holes on the outside ring get perforated from the inside so that we won't see the cream coming through on the top. So I just find the hole, squeeze, and you can see the hazelnut pastry cream just totally filling the ring. Make sure you get some good squeezing in there. You see the pastry cream flowing out. You can put some, now in the center it doesn't matter because you won't see this. This will all be covered. I'll put a little more in here. See, it gets nice and filled. Now I just have to fill the center with hazelnut pastry cream. Actually, it's Nutella pastry cream. here. And now, the only thing left to do is to decorate this, and there'll be whipped cream on top, there'll be shaved chocolate, and then we'll do the spun sugar to finish it off. So, we're almost at the end of the process, and I think it's going to be worth it when you see the final product. See you in the next class.